Here we have a shot that's taken from the Intrepid. I happened to be the air officer on the Intrepid at the time. And this is an F-8F. It's a fighter, commonly known as a Crusader. Now, these are steam catapults. You notice the numbers on the carrier has changed. This is number 11. That's a steam catapult shot. This happened to be a carrier qualification cruise. Here you had novice pilots that were learning how to land on a carrier, how to get refueled on a carrier, and how to be catapulted from a carrier, and how to operate. And this one is being pulled out of the refueling line, wings folded. There he is on the catapult. And the launch officer just dropped his hand down, and there he goes. That means to fire. When the catapult officer drops his hand to the deck, that's a bad shot. He pulled his nose up too high. Here, wings being unfolded. You'll see the catapult officer giving the signal to turn up to full power. At that point, the only thing holding him back is a little steel ring which snaps when the catapult is fired. Now you watch there's the catapult officer turning the engine up, dropped his hand, there's a hand down, and away he goes. Very good shot, that one. The Intrepid, as I mentioned earlier, was capable of launching one every 16 seconds. Here's a landing that doesn't make it. That's called a bolter. This ship has a candid deck, which allows aircraft to do that. In some cases, on carrier qualifications, pilots are allowed to do that, to bolter, that is, just to see how it feels to touch down and go around again. That is an A4D. It's a Douglas aircraft. Has nuclear capabilities. It can deliver nuclear weapons. This is the end of that particular launch. And everybody's retiring back to their spots, and we start the maneuver all over again. And here comes another aircraft out of this refueling spot, and he's going to move on up toward the catapult. Being moved by the flight director. Here's the landing of a Crusader. And he does a bolter, which means he did not get arrested. On candid deck carriers, there is no barrier, which means if you don't catch a wire, and there are only 4 of them, you go around again. When an aircraft breaks his hook or can't get it down, a barricade is put up, which is a big nylon net, and catches the aircraft with minimal damage. And another Crusader hits the deck and gets arrested. It's a variable incidence wing. I don't know if you noticed the aircraft wing was lifted. Here's an AD and a Crusader on the catapult. Watch the catapult officer's hand drop to the deck before the launch. That signals that the catapult should be fired. There's the afterburner turned on. See that long flame? That's the afterburner. This is an afterburner shot. His hand drops to the deck, and there he goes. That is a real kick in the tail with the afterburner on. Each pilot, when he qualifies, there's another afterburner shot. You see the big flame shoot out the tail. Now the tail is lit up. Can't see the landing. There's the landing signal officer in the very right-hand side, and off he goes. Not the landing signal officer, the catapult officer. Correct that. Here we have another Crusader on the catapult and another afterburner shot. And there he goes. Afterburner is very spectacular at night.